Here at MzeroA, we're taking a second look at some of our most important and timeless safety tips. Starting with this classic video, 3 things beyond the pre-flight. Let's revisit this one together, but with some added insight for today's pilot.
Jason Shappert here, MzeroA.com, alongside Russell Loving, our Director of Maintenance here at MzeroA.com. Russ really helped to curate a list on 3 things beyond the checklist. And starting out, the first thing he came up with, Russ, is oil. Because literally, all it says on here is oil and 6 quarts. Okay, so I'm gonna look, and it's at 6 quarts. But what else, beyond the checklist, do I need to know and understand?
We also want to look at the color. If it's really black, then we know it needs to be changed.
Yes.
Sometimes there's carbon in there, so you're going to get small things in there. It's going to look like dirt, but it's actually just the carbon in there. Flight schools most of the time will change the oil at 100 hours, even at annual. So you definitely want to look at the color. If it's a lighter color, then it's fine, but if it's really dark black, you could tell.
Might want to address it with somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's pause here and dig a little deeper. The oil cap seems minor, but it's a big deal. See this placard? It holds important information, but also the rule of thumb with opening and checking your oil is finger tight only, and there's a reason. If it's too tight, you risk damaging the valve that helps form a seal, and that can lead to oil loss. If it's too loose, you guessed it, oil loss again. And yes, engine failures have happened because of this very mistake. Plus, as the engine heats up, the cap expands, over tightening it, and now you've got a cap that's nearly impossible to remove later.
Now, what are you looking for, Russ, when we're talking this nose wheel check?
So when I look at the nose wheel, I always want to make sure that I at least have 2 fingers on the nose wheel strut on the chrome part here.
Yes.
Just because a lot of times, you know, as you know yourself, you landed on a grass strip, there's a hole sometimes in it, it'll collapse the nose wheel.
Hard landings, whatever, So
you want to make sure that it's inflated, so it's not all the way down. I like checking that, make sure that you do see some chrome there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
While you're down here, don't just glance, inspect. So look for uneven wear, exposed cords, or flat spots. If you see cords, the tire is done. It's unsafe. Check for inflation too. A soft tire could mean a slow leak, or that it's time for maintenance before your flight.
All right, so Russ, back to the tail section. Literally, the checklist just says elevator check, rudder check. I mean, I'm used to, you walk by, it moves, everything's good. Beyond the checklist, what are we looking for?
Well, we're making sure that our cable for our rudder is not chafing. We're also looking for our elevator, make sure that cable's not chafing. A lot of times you'll find that the cables will have a turnbuckle and a safety wire. I make sure that the safety wire is on there. I make sure that it's tight. Our particular one has cotter pins and castle nuts, and so I just make sure that the cotter pins are in there.
Absolutely.
You know, you just check them because, you know, if you're in flight and they come off, you have no control.
That is not a good day.
No, not at all.
And finally, let's take a step back, literally, about 10 feet back. Are any panels popped open? Is the aircraft sitting unevenly on the ramp? That could be a strut issue. Do both wings look symmetrical? No drooping, no damage? And do a quick check for any fluid under the airplane. Fuel, oil, or hydraulic fluid leaks. Now that we took a look at these checklist items on 23 Mike Zulu, remember, maintenance and proper pre-flight aren't just checked boxes. They're your first line of defense in aviation safety. At MzeroA, we know there's so much great knowledge already out there, but we believe in going one step further, even on how we teach, to help set our MzeroA Nation up for real aviation success. Because flying safely starts before the engine even turns over. And remember, a good pilot is always learning.